Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Magic the Gathering. Wow, what a time to be alive, huh? It's been like about a month since my last Magic video. I think actually to the day. Last one I think came out August 20th, and this should be going out on July 20th, or a month after August is September. September 20th. Uh, that's because that's how long Baldur's Gate was in Quick Draft, basically. And now Dominaria United, they finally taken it out of the exclusively expensive draft formats and put it into the quick draft formats to squeeze some gems out of suckers like me who won't spend any money. So I've watched a fair bit of this and I have some idea what's going on, but I've never played any Dominaria United. I know like sort of what mechanics are around, and I have some idea of what the various colors and color combos are trying to do, but I don't really know what's good. So I'm going to use Draft Sim mostly for that. It's recommending here, well, several things. It says I have several reasonable choices. Don't take the rare. Chaotic Transformation. What is this? 6 mana. As always, my first draft in a new format is going to be slow, so like buckle up. 6 mana sorcery. Exile an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a planeswalker, and a land. And of course, for any of these, you can say no. Oh my god. It does not. It doesn't seem worth 6 mana. And Draft Sim is saying it's bad. How bad would you say is it, Draft Sim? It's really hard to like scroll past the. Hello? Alright, I don't even know how to scroll. Oh, there we go. It just was like lagging out. It says it's actually the worst card in the whole pack, this rare. So, cool. Choking Miasma, it says, is good. And Queen Alanal, it says, is about as good. So Choking Miasma, I know people play this pretty happily. It's obviously very color constrained, right? Double black. And it would like you to have a green as well. One of the... I don't know. If you're watching me, like you're probably watching every other Magic channel on YouTube. Why would you watch just me play Magic? So you probably know all this stuff, but... One common mechanic in this format is all the kicker spells are different color. Like the kicker costs are different color than the main mana cost. This is a black spell that wants you to have green. So to cast it for kicker is like a 4 mana spell with 3 colored pips. Very restrictive. But there's a lot of, as you can see, a lot of good fixing in this format. We're offered 3 dual lands in our first pack, and this also kind of is fixing. I mean, that is what it is. It's fixing. It's not like amazing or anything. Anyway, so the fact that this is a very restrictive color cost is not as big a deal as it would be in some other sets, but it's still sort of, expensive. But this is a big old board clear, right? 3 mana to kill a lot of stuff. -2/-2 hits a lot of things. And what's this Queen Alanal? So green-white is like... I know all the white combos want to go wide. I know a big thing green is trying to do is domain. So is that what I had open? Here it is. So what is Selesnya doing here? It does want to go wide. I don't know. I found the wrong set review page and I can't make any use out of this shit. It's not really a set review, it's like a review of every card in the set. So I don't know. I mean, this is 3 mana. Every time you would make a token, make another 1/1 token as well as all those tokens. And its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. So it's a huge creature in a go wide deck, which green-white wants to be. But I don't know how much you care about a huge creature in that deck. Like there's like a combat trick that gives trample, which would be pretty cool. But Captain's Call is amazing, by the way, in a white go wide deck. What's this Vanguard about? Also good for go wide. There's a whole defender theme. You can build a defender multicolor deck. What's this one do? It's a 3 mana 2/4. So great stats, obviously, but that's why it's defender. And it can turn creatures into cards. Creatures and mana into cards. So you would want this mostly in the defender deck, I think. Although, not anyway. So I think I'll just take the board clear. You're never really sad to have those. And it is kind of noteworthy that we're passing like 3 great go wide white cards. Or at least, you know, one great one and some others that go well in the deck. And indeed, I think Draft Sim says, like, you know, look, if you wanted to take Captain's Call, it wouldn't be the worst decision you could make. Right, that's third best, and it's only worse by a little. And then it says Gibbering Barricade. Vanguard, I guess, was not quite as good as I thought, apparently, according to this thing. Where is it? It's, like, fine. There's a lot of, like, totally decent stuff in this pack, apparently. But I'm going to take the Miasma. We love board clears. Oh, Wing Mantle Captain, so good. What a good card. Cut Down, also great. What the hell is Garna? Boy. So this is like the enabler for a defender deck. Or a big enabler, right? Every time you play a creature with defender, before or after this enters the battlefield, you get a 1/1 bird. And it has defender itself, so you get the bird as well. For it. So obviously if you play a defender and it dies, before playing this, you don't get the bird. But if you like play a defender, then you play this, it sees the defenders currently on the battlefield and all the ones you play after that. I think we have to take the Wing Mantle Captain. You know, it's maybe too bad we didn't take the green-white card. That would be a better fit for this. But this is just a great card. Power of Binding, I think, is pretty decent removal, right? Yeah, that's what Draft Sim says. Destroy Evil's fine. Tolarian Terror is good if you have, like, the blue-red deck, but I don't, so... Coral Colonies. This is another defender that synergizes with the whole defender idea. We could try to build that to go with Wing Mantle Chaplain. Did I call it a captain earlier? It's a chaplain. Destroy Evil is okay removal. The Herbalist. Kind of cute, mostly for the Enlist decks. I imagine this is mostly like... I want to say this is a red-white card, but the life gain is a little bit weird, right? Stall for Time, 3 mana. Tap 2 things and draw a card. Okay, so this is like... I mean, you certainly could play this in red-white and like use it to get in for lethal, but it also makes sense in blue-white, hence the kicker, to like turn off 2 of their creatures for 2 full turns and still draw a card. Geyser's a fun little bounce spell. I think it's basically Destroy Evil or Coral Colony, or maybe Stall for Time. Draft Sim is telling me to take Destroy Evil because it's white, which, sure, fair enough. Stall for Time is also good. I'm a little bit tempted by the Coral Colony, though. With this idea of building up kind of a defender deck from Wing Mantle Chaplain. I don't know how popular that is. Are the bots going to be drafting it a lot and I should not worry about it? Like, try to chase it myself. I'll just take Destroy Evil. How can you go wrong with removal? Protect the Negotiators. 2 mana, kicker white. Okay. Counter something, especially if you have gone wide. And you can pay the extra white mana to get a token, which, by the way, will count for them having to pay to counter it. Baird, a red-white 2/2 Ah, okay. This is a good card. Doesn't really fit the defender idea, but that's not to say we shouldn't play it. Are these red cards, like, are they good? What is this Juniper Order Root Weaver? 2 mana green white. It's a 2/2, and when you pay the green, you can put a counter on something. Seems fine. It's looking like the miasma is not going to pay off. So is this like... This looks more like a blue-white deck than a red-white deck. Do all these red cards here tell me I should be drafting red? Not really, but this one kind of does. Yeah, I think we take Baird. See if we maybe, like... I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it doesn't want to play with Wingmantle Chaplain, but I want to stay open to both options. And maybe you can run them both, but they don't like to be in the same deck. Strength of the Coalition, green with kicker white. Wow, that's a big buff for everything. Banalish Faith Bonder, 2 mana, 1/3, Vigilant, and List. Oh, the drawbridge is so good. Tap stuff down, everybody loves it. Okay. This Sacred Peaks would not be bad at all. But I don't know yet if I'm going into red, really. Sholdred's Restoration. Now, I know the best card in this set is, like, Sholdred. It's not Sholdred's Restoration, though, so... Oh, I lost my draft guide. Yeah, and Sholdred is not near the top here. Okay, so there's this 3 mana, 2/2 flyer, kicker red. So if you can pay 6 in red for a flash flyer, you attack and then play this, and it kills something. Cool. Mesa Cavalier, 3 mana, 2/1 flyer, that gains life, is whatever. It's good. I would be happy, to have it, probably. But I guess I'll just take this 3 mana, 2/2 flash flyer. That also has the potential to kill something. What the hell is Rona Sholdred's Faithful? 4 mana blue-black. When you cast instants or sorceries, an opponent loses life. You can cast it from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its costs. Wow. That's very expensive as a cost, but could be pretty good. A little surprising to see this in blue-black. I would have thought blue-red, but okay. So white seems pretty open. Haven't figured out yet our second color. Well, Nihel, this is a big domain card, right? 4 mana, 2/4... flyer, and whenever it deals damage to a player, you get to kind of scry equal to the number of your domain. Sort of, not really scry. 1 on top and the rest on bottom, so it's more restrictive than scry. But then also, if you have domain all the way, you get to draw a card. So a very powerful, like, domain activator. Right now, it doesn't seem like I have those. Take Up the Shield seems like it should be pretty good in red-white. What about Smash to Dust? Very good against like a white deck, probably. The deal 1 damage to each creature your opponents control is very powerful if they're running a bunch of tiny wimps, which a white deck will. But I think I'll just Take Up the Shield. Charismatic Vanguard, great. Sacred Peaks, great. Yeah, so it looks like we're just not going to be running black-green. I think I'm going to take the Vanguard over the Peaks. Draft Sim is saying, like, yeah, the Peaks are a little bit better, which is fair. We might get some domain activators at some point. But... And also, like, you can only play so many playables, whereas like every fancy land you add to the deck is making the deck better. But this just is so good in a deck that gets a lot of creatures, which I would like to be. Griffin Protector is a great card, right? It loves this deck too. More Destroy Evil. Okay, do I want this? No, this is not a good card. Well, I mean, it's not bad. It's a tap land that only adds colorless, but it also fixes. And it scries. So, I don't know. It seems not great. But, like, it's a land that scries. I'm sorry, it's not a tap land. So it comes in with colorless on the turn you play it, which shouldn't be a big deal for a deck that is basically just mono white. And you can pay you can use this, like pay a mana basically. You use this as fixing instead of as mana generation if you want. Like if you're splashing something a little bit weird, you can have this in play. I'm a little bit tempted to take this actually, because it's kind of just going to be a plains that scries when you play it, right? An untapped plains that scries with like a little bit of upside. That it can sometimes fix for whatever weird color I decide to splash. The downside, of course, is that it can't like generate white for free, but I think I should have a ton of plains in this deck, and so that's not really going to be an issue. I think I will take the Grotto, actually, over Destroy Evil, which is totally fine. But just like being able to scry for free is kind of nice. The Herbalist came back. It's fine, I guess. Mostly for this. It's a 2-mana 2/1 that scries. Great. If we end up getting Enian List. Yeah, Meteorite, I don't really think I want in this deck. 5 mana for 2 damage and ramp? Like, yeah. But I don't want to pay 5 mana for 2 damage. Oh, perfect. The Faith Bonder came back. It's a 2 mana Enlist Vigilant creature. That's great. So we've only got one non-white card, right? We have a kicker that's red and a card that's red. And those are the only demands on my mana, other than like having some white. So that's nice. So we could still consider splashing something, maybe. So what is this? 2 mana 1/3. So it's a 2 mana Land of War Elves. It's a 1/3. Okay. And also, you can use it to turn your lands into 3/3s with haste for a turn. Kind of cool. What is this? Knight of Dawn's Light. 2 mana. Oh, this card is nuts. It's a 2 mana 2/2 first strike that you can pump. This card is crazy. Artillery Blast also quite good. Although my domain is going to be like 1 or 2, so maybe not that great. But it's still 2 mana for like, it's like a lightning strike, but only to tapped creatures. Yeah, that's not so hot. I could also take one of the, I mean, not now. I would be happy on the wheel to pick up either of these white plus X lands. They're not like useful at the moment, but I might want them someday. And this is kind of the last card I want, because I assume Artillery Blast will be gone, but I might get one of the dual lands. This Mystic is blue-red. Huh. Powerful effect, actually. 3 mana for a 2/1 that 2/1 flyer that discards your hand and then draws 2 cards. So this is perfect, like just as your hand is running out. It's a little hard to sync it up, but if I could make it happen, that would be kind of nice. What the heck is Slimefoot Survey? That was in a recent pack as well. 5 mana, domain. 2 land cards with basic land type. Put them both on the battlefield tapped. Then activate domain for size. Looking at the top X cards of your library, put 1 on top and the rest on bottom. Okay, so it's big ramp and domain fixing. Don't really care about that. Yavimaya Iconoclast. 2 mana 3/2. Already good. Kicker red. 2 mana 3/2 trample. Kicker red. Wow, I mean, this isn't what we want, but cool. I think Griffin Protector is just, like, quite nice. Mesa Cavalier, also totally fine. Just keep giving me white cards. These white cards are not bad. I don't feel bad that I've just kind of been stuck taking only white cards. I'm happy to have them all, man. Okay, so this is one of the new mechanics in the format. These sagas with read ahead, where instead of always starting on step 1, you can choose which of the 3 steps they start on, and you skip over. Like, if you want, you can have this start, like, normally it would be the turn you play it does 1, the next turn it does 2, the turn after that it does 3 and disappears. If you wanted to, you could have it start on step 2, the turn you play it, and then 3 the turn after, and then it disappears. You never get 1, but you get through the thing faster. And likewise, you could have it just do 3 and then immediately disappear. So what is this? A saga, 2 mana... 2 mana for a 0/2 flyer. Then, if you have a bunch of artifacts, you can deal damage to something. And then one of your artifacts becomes a 4/4. This seems like very bad for draft. In constructed, fine. Maybe you have an artifact deck that wants this. I don't know. I certainly don't. Banalish Sleeper. This is the 2 mana kicker. Yeah, kicker black. So you can use this to like, hey, I'll sack a 1/1. Why don't you sack your big dragon or whatever? But they get to pick, of course. So it's best if they only have one giant creature, which we can't necessarily guarantee. Another drawbridge would be fine. But, I mean, like, the drawbridge is pretty good. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm like trying to play a bunch of little weenies and tap down their stuff, I guess this is fine. And I do have like how much defender do I have? Is it still just the 1 drawbridge and the 4 mana card, or did I end up with any more? Yeah, I think the whole defender theme might not be panning out here. I mean, the drawbridge is still playable, right? Being able to tap their stuff is pretty powerful, but it's a very expensive tap effect. 3 mana, even after you've devoted, like, a card to it. I think I'd rather take the sleeper or maybe one of these red cards. Do I have, like, ways to actually go wide? Like, not really. Also, what do I have that activates Baird? Take up the shield immediately. Knight of Dawn's Light anytime I want. Everything within list, which right now is just the Faith Bonder. Charismatic Vanguard. Both Griffin Protectors. I mean, yeah, it seems like Baird is insane in this deck. I mean, he's always insane, but we haven't, like, built a deck that can't play Baird, for example. So we kind of want to be in red, I think. The 2 mana 3/1 is fine, and, like, maybe I can splash in some black or something. Oh, you know, I mean, this... So we have already in... We have the Knight of Dawn's Light. We could try the Knight of Dusk's Shadow. It's the black version of that cycle. 2 mana 2/2 Menace. Kind of cool. And it can pump itself. And your opponents can't gain life, which can matter. If we were running like mainline white, splashing red and black, that would be fine. I think that's better than taking the Banalish Sleeper. What about these red cards? 2 mana 2/2. You can use it to loot... Or not loot, rummage. Keldon Strike Team is a 3 mana red card. It's a 3/1 with white kicker. And it makes tokens when you kick it. That's pretty cool. So we have a few things that want to do that, right? Don't we? Like... Charismatic Vanguard wants you to go wide. Cleaving Skyrider wants you to go wide. Griffin Protector makes you want to go wide. So I think the Strike Team is a reasonable choice. But the Knight of Dusk's Shadow, well, Okay, it costs black, not just... So it's like, fine, it costs black to play, you can splash a little bit of that. But unless you have a lot of black, the, like, ability to pump itself is not going to be that threatening, right? It can get +1/+1, maybe +2/+2, but probably not any more than that. Whereas the strike team, I think, is just going to be totally lovely. This is more like artifact garbage. What is this blue saga? We don't want this, do we? No. Cut down is pretty good in black. Heroic charge, insane for red-white. Oh my god. I must have it. You're recommending me Juniper Order Root Weaver? No, that's horrible. We want heroic charge. It's an instant even. Wow. Okay. Another Griffin Protector. Sign me up, right? Like, I don't want a monstrosity. I don't want green domain. Don't want this weirdo artifact. Give me a Griffin Protector. More Prayer of Binding I'm happy to have. What is this green-white thing? 5 mana, 4/4 domain. When it becomes tapped, put a 1/1 counter on things that are smaller than your domain. I'm just not going to be building much domain here, I don't think. Plenty of decent white cards here. I'm going to be seeing the last card from this pack. Probably won't wheel anything good. What is this tablet? 1 mana to play, then 1 mana and tap and sack. And then you can draw a card. You can... Oh, I see. You reveal 5, and you must put a land card. You can't, like, choose not to, because they can see it. So, it's 2 mana to draw a land of your choice from near the top of your deck. But then if for some reason you missed, you get to draw a card. This just seems like a worse... What's the card from Neon Dynasty? The Terrarium. Ecologist's Terrarium. It's like a worse Ecologist's Terrarium. And it was a pretty good card, don't get me wrong. But it's a lot worse than that. Alright, I'll take the Prayer Binding, which was the obvious choice here, but just wanted to look around and see if there was something else I should do. 4 mana to blow something up is great. Charismatic Vanguard's pretty good. Another Griffin Protector, pretty good as well. What's this amplifier? 2 mana with blue kicker. When you cast instant or sorceries, forget it. We're not going to put blue in, I don't think. So these are both perfectly reasonable cards. A 3 mana and a 4 mana card. They both like you to go wide. I think I'll just take the 4 mana flyer. Love Song of Night and Day. I believe this is a pretty great card. Like, especially in an aggressive deck, I think. Because symmetric effects tend to benefit the player who has less of something, right? You know, an aggro deck, if it could put in a card that was like both players lose 2 damage, take 2 damage, they would generally be like, fine, I don't care about my life, I want you to take 2 damage. Whereas a control deck that said both players gain 2 life, they'd be like, yeah, that sounds great. I want to gain life, and I don't care what your life is. But vice versa, those wouldn't fit in, right? So you want to play this either in a deck that, like, you can skip past part 1 if you don't want to, right? Get the 1/1 out right away and then get a counter next turn. And that's perfectly fine, especially with, like, Baird, right? We might even just play it for step 3 to get Baird online right away. But, you know, step 1 of this saga is not bad for a deck that plays, like, a lot of cheap cards. Apparently that's not us. We have not taken enough cheap cards. I guess all these 4 mana stuff, huh? The Phalanx, huh? I guess. Yeah, okay. We can try to get out a 4/4 Vigilant sort of cheapish, maybe, if we're lucky. Artillery blast. I mean, my domain is going to be like 2, but this is still it's a lightning strike, right? But only for tapped creatures. I don't think I want it. Still, it's the only thing in my colors. Let's sideboard it. Sure. And let's say we're probably cutting. Oh, I already cut the defender stuff. That's right. Yeah. So I don't know. A little bit worried about the lack of white cards there. Oh no, we got Destroy Evil from this pack. I said I wouldn't get anything. That's not bad. I opened another chaotic transformation? That's embarrassing. Okay. This card is nuts. It's a 5-mana 3/4 flyer. And if you can kick it for 7 with green, which will be hard, but maybe we could. Then it's a 5/6 flyer. Now, what is this Goblin? It's a red card with kicker green again. Whoa. So it's 2 mana for a 2/2, which, fine, nothing incredible. And if you kick it with a single green mana, you basically get to, like, draw a card, right? But that card has to be a land, so, you know, less good. And in particular, it won't help us with Domain, because if we have red and green, we have all our colors already. But the exciting thing about this is its tap ability. Pay a red, tap, sack a land to draw a card. So this fixes flooding, right? If you're flooding out mana, you can blow up lands you don't want and draw cards. That's pretty exciting. And I'd rather have a 2-mana card than a 5-mana card. I don't really need a 5th Griffin Protector, probably. Nor do I really want the Idyllic Beachfront. What is this? Bellow? 2-mana combat trick? I mean, it's fine, but just give me a creature. Yotia declares war. We still don't want this. The Connoisseur is a 5-mana 3/3 flyer. Okay. More drawbridges. The Herbalist, maybe? What's this Infusion? 1-mana combat trick. Oh, this is like Lash of Malice, but in red. Okay. Steel Crusher is a 2-mana 2/2 with Enlist. That's not nothing. Shield Wall Sentinel, by the way, is a... Where is it? It's a good card. But it's like a defender thing, and we decided to give up on that. So there's a 1-mana combat trick, a 2-mana combat trick, a 2-mana creature, and another 2-mana creature. Or this 1-mana creature that I think we probably don't want. I think we don't want this one either, really. Just give me like an Enlist creature. Blue-white, nah. It's okay. I'd be happy to take an Artillery Blast, I think. But don't I want a black-white land? I took green as well, right? Maybe? There it is, yeah. Did I not take the black thing? There was a black 2/2 I was thinking of taking. I guess I didn't take it, so I don't have any need for black right now. So it's really just green and red. And this is a green-white land. Smash to Dust is okay. Artillery Blast is okay. Right, it might do up 3 or 4 damage, but I don't really care about their tapped creatures. Just give me this, and it might help me with Keldon. No, with Sprouting Goblin. Mossbeard Ancient. I know this is a strong card. With 7 mana, 7/7, trample, gain 5 life. Pretty cool. No thanks. Oh, Captain's Call. We have to have it, right? Like, there's another Heroic Charge. I'd love to have that as well. But Captain's Call is... Oh, look, they reprinted Thrill of Possibility. Captain's Call is just... I need this. I have several cards that want me to go wide, and I don't have any way to do it yet. Knight of Dusk's Shadow. We could still splash in the black. Lagomos is a 3-mana red-black 1/3. It makes a 2/1 creature with trample and haste that's sacrificed at end of turn. So every turn you get a free 2/1. Tap it to tutor for anything, but only if 5 creatures died this turn. That's pretty hard to activate. So it's still a good card. It's a 3-mana 1/3 that makes 2/1s for free. Take up the shield, and it's probably going to tell me to take Sleeper, right? No, it actually says to take the Outrider. I hadn't looked at the red cards yet. I was going to, but I was trying to figure out which of these 2 whites it would recommend. It does say Banala Sleeper is the second best card, though. I don't know. I feel like Take Up the Shield is kind of cool. We like counters. We like combat tricks. We like Indestructible. Coalition Warbrute. Okay, a big enlist trampler. That's kind of cool. What is this thing it's telling me to take? 5-mana 4/4 reach. Domain for face damage. I don't think I want that. 1-mana 1/1. Kicker 2 and a green. So you can play as a 1-mana 1/1 haste. Or a 4-mana 3/3 haste. And it has this ability to buff itself as well. That's not bad. I think I would welcome a one cost card, really. More than any of this other stuff. This 2-mana thing... actually, like, making opponents sack a creature could be really good. I'll take it. 2-mana 1/2 trample that likes instants and sorceries. I just, like, don't have a lot of those, right? 4 instants and 1 sorcery. This is not worth putting in the deck. Cavalier's good. Nothing incredible, but good. The Amplifier's okay. I think I'm just going to take another Grotto, honestly. Because it would help me. I have, like, now 2 cards that want me to have green, don't I? There's the Sprouting Goblin. There's another one around here somewhere. I guess I didn't take it. Okay. But this can also help with red, of course, if I don't have enough mountains. And none of this other stuff is really anything to write home about. The Mesa Cavalier's alright, but I'd rather not. 4-mana 2/3, flying. And it has this, like, fire-breathing ability, right? But if you use it too much, it dies. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have enough red to play this. But I do have, like, I have 4 red cards and a couple red kicker spells, I think. 2 red kicker spells? Oh, there's the black thing. I knew there was something in there, so... Yeah. So I could have enough red for this. What else? Heroic Charge again? I think that's probably better. What is Enthrall to the Pit? 4-mana sorcery. You can kick for 3 more with black. Huh. This seems very expensive for what it does. Isn't this kind of like gain control for a turn effect usually for 3 mana? And, like, yeah, for 7, you can attack them with something and then sacrifice it. But that's just way too much mana. It's saying Dragon Whelp. It is a fun threat, but I don't know. I love Heroic Charge. How am I for creatures? I guess that's a question to ask. 15 creatures, 7 non-creatures? That's pretty fair. I have a lot of 4-mana flyers. I think I'd rather take the Heroic Charge. I mean, like... Yeah. The Faith Bonder is great. I'm happy to have a 2-mana enlist thing. What's this Hammer Hand? 1 mana... Give something +1/+1 in haste and turn off an enemy blocker for 1 turn. Oh, I mean, I'll take the creature, thanks. I could probably use a combat trick more than a 5th Griffin Protector. I'm already thinking of cutting some of them. They're just so big. Artillery Blast came back. Yeah, but I think I still don't want it. What about Smash to Dust? I mean, I don't really want that either. Probably no thanks on Thrill of Possibility as well. Take up the shields, okay. Alright, I mean, we've made a deck. There are cards in the deck. I think we need to go easy on the Griffin Protectors, for starters. How come I can't see the left side? Oh, that's because Draft Sim's in the way. Okay. You guys could see it, but the left side of my screen was cut off. So how are we... So here's our creatures and our non-creatures. It's chosen, by the way, to give me no forests, which I don't think is right. Even with Crystal Grotto to help out a little bit, I'd like a couple forests, probably. Maybe just one. One forest and all this would probably be fine. So my instants and sorceries... I've got like 2 removal in Destroy Evil. 2 more removal in Prayer of Binding. So that's like 4 removal spells. This seems like too many, right? Isn't this way too many non-creatures? How did this happen? Not way too many, but too many. And this is a creature spell, right? So that's fine. Now, how does this one? Power greater than its base power. So Furious Bellow does apply. Now, Take Up the Shield, like, kind of activates it even better, right? Because a counter is forever, right? If you have Baird on the field and you give something a counter, Baird will go off every turn, which is pretty cool. So counters are nice. And 4 mana to destroy, like, pretty much anything is really nice. I wonder if it's too heavy for this deck. I think if I'm cutting 4 drops, it should maybe be... No, because this is so much damage. Oh, I can't bear to cut anything. I'm such a wimp. My mana cost is way too high for what I'm trying to do, and I just can't cut anything. I mean, the thing is, I want to cut, like, the Herbalist. Because it's a 2 mana 2/1. But that's, like, one of my little creatures. I want to keep those and throw away the expensive ones, don't I? Yeah, I think we maybe don't need so many protectors. Let's just have, like, some top end up here for flyers. Some decent removal. Captain's Call I'm very happy to keep in. The 2 heroic charges are exciting. Yeah, I don't know. This seems okay. 5 red cards. Let's just cut 1 mountain for a forest, I guess. Whoa. Why did it put in 2 just then? What the hell is happening? When I click this, it's like putting in my Bog Badger for some reason? That's not how this is supposed to work, is it? Huh. I guess I don't understand what the interface does when this is up. Does this like put in all your blue cards and this takes them out? Interesting. So, give me a green land. Oh my god. And are these are the Baldur's Gate lands. Okay. So red, white, and green lands. I think 8 planes seems okay. Oh, this one looks kind of cool. 6 mountains, sure, why not? Well, the answer is because I can't put in any... Right, we said 5 mountains, right? Something like that. Now, this is still running 17 lands, and I feel like too many non-creature spells. But I mean, what about this phalanx, right? How much do I really have that goes wide? Like some, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. I'll roll with it. This will be pretty cheap most of the time. 4 mana, probably, or less. And if this is a 3 mana card, it's insane. Even for 4 mana, it's fine. It's if they printed a 4 mana 4/4 Vigilance, well, I mean, they've done that before. But it would be a good card in Limited. I hope this will cost no more than 4 mana most of the time, and often less. So, all right, let's give it a shot. Take it for a spin. The tradition in every new format of just like trying to draft aggro but not doing it very well. Hopefully it'll be fine because all the other quick draft newcomers don't know how to build control yet, but the people who've been playing Premier Draft actually do, so I'll get slaughtered. Otaru. Seems good. I have a 2 and a couple 3s, and I get to scry even. And I have all my colors, so what more could you ask for? I don't have any 1s, so this is basically... the perfect hand would be like if this mountain were a creature. Oh, this isn't a couple 3. Oh yeah, this is a 3. It has a 5 mana ability, but it's a 3 mana card. Okay, no more lands, please. Sure, that's not a land. And this is just such a threatening creature. They have to blow this up, right? I could have run out of Sleeper, but the point is I would like to kick this at some point. Oh, I guess I could put in a swamp or something, but I don't know. I'm just counting on the grottos. If I have to like pay 4 mana to kick this, it could be good sometimes. This is the Raven, man. Rude. Okay, so it only does this damage thing if it was kicked. So I can attack with this and they won't block, and then I can just like play whatever I want. Which is going to be, I guess, the Vanguard. But they're going to start doing things soon. So that's going to be like a little unfortunate. Oh, they're just going to make me discard, really? Interesting. Okay, well. I thought this was not a likely outcome. I'm happy with it, don't get me wrong. These, like, none of this shit can block. This is kicker green. So I can play this and actually kick it by tapping all 4 mana, right? If I want. Or I could play like this and the Sleeper. Or I could kick the Sleeper. But then they would just sack a 1/1 bird, which I don't want. So let's just swing here. I could kick this, but I don't want to draw a land that badly, I don't think. Like, I'm thrilled if they want to spend their whole turn making me discard one of these cards, right? Let's just play out 2 creatures. Obviously, I said none of this shit can block. The 2/1 can block, they just don't really want to. This is fine, they're doing damage to themselves. I mean, it's a great card, don't get me wrong. Got their own sprouting goblin. Okay. Wow, this only costs 2 mana. Full swing, right? I don't have to play any of this pre-combat. I can't activate this anyway. I don't need this to get to be a 3-3 or 4-4, do I? I mean, I guess if they double block here, it's sort of bad for me. But it's more important that I get... Yeah, because I have this to really buff things if I need to. So let's just... Alright, you figure it out. I don't know, maybe this doesn't work out because when they double block I lose one creature and then I can't play both of these. Yeah. So I should have played this first, I guess. Tap land would, I mean, not be great, I guess. Yeah. An untapped land could do something. And now, since I can't play anything else this turn, I'm just going to pump this guy. It's a 4-mana 4/4. Put Rager back on the battlefield. Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay, full swing, I guess. I'm gonna lose the Sprouter, but they're gonna lose their whole board. Oh, now I'm not even losing the Sprouter. Nice. GG. What an insane top deck. That's why we put 2 of those in the deck. Urborg Repossession. So they paid 3 and put 2 things from graveyard back in hand and gain some life, but they're like very close to dead right now. Okay, destroy evil can't kill anything, but if they put this on the battlefield, it can kill that. This has Death Touch. I guess they'll block this if I swing with everything, right? I get in for 5? And then I have this? Or just 4, I guess, because I want to flash this in. Okay, I guess I play nothing. And I think I'm willing to give this up. Am I? Maybe not. Yeah, let's go like that, I guess. Let them block here if they want. This is an instant, by the way, so I can use it on their turn. But I want to flash this in, is what I want to do. I don't know, why don't I just play a 4/4 Vigilant instead, right? Sure. Just missed this guy, huh? Very funny. I mean, I couldn't have played them... Even if I'd drawn them in the other order, I couldn't play both because I don't have 5 mana. But this blows up the 4/4. Does this thing matter? Not really. And we still get in for 6. That's lethal. Cool beans. Got him. I think the deck did okay there. We got enough early pressure despite not like running any 1-drops. An opponent invested in the Raven Man, which on the one hand, like, all it did was make me discard a land, but on the other, like, I really wish I had that 5th land back. There's a lot of stuff I could have done if I had 5 mana. I think. I don't remember what it was anymore. Oh yeah, I could have been clicking my 3-drop that gives everything +1/+1 for 5 mana. Which would have been pretty cool. We got really lucky that they did not play around the charge at all when they made the full block of all 3 creatures. They saw a way to kill the first striker. But like did not consider that if I was attacking I probably had a reason. Because if I have no cards in hand, their block's amazing. It's incredible. This is like the same hand. I love it. It's different, right? It's got the same... It's got all my mana, and it's got, like... stuff I can play, right? You know, I should wait on this, right? It's not a tap land. It's just a colorless land. And I don't yet know what I want to scry for. Maybe I do want a 5th land. And I have all my colors already, so it's not like I really have to rush that out. And even if I do have to, by the time I, like, want to spend a mana, I can just play it on that turn. Very funny. Wish I had you last turn. This is a 2/1. Well, this is a pretty good card for that. And I could play the Skyrider for 3 if I play my tap land now. Sorry, if I play a non-tap land. But I think there's plenty of good, like, 2-drops I can play. Actually, there aren't. I want to play the Sprouting Goblin for 3. And I want to play the Skyrider for 3. So, I guess I just... Now I think I want to scry for non-land, so let's play this. Great? Yeah, great. And I guess I'll just flash in a 2/2 flyer. I don't know. I guess I might actually activate it, right? I already have 5 mana lying around. Just play a sleeper. Whatever, I guess. Can't kick it, but that's alright. I want to save the kick for my goblin, I think. I guess I could have played the tap land last turn. And... What the hell? I don't really want them to keep scrying. What was their scry choice? I missed it. I don't really want to let them use their combat trick here, I don't think. Go ahead, hit me. No trick! Very weird. Is there some reason to use the enlist here instead? No. They didn't have a trick last turn, and I'd sort of like them to stop gaining life and scrying. I also, again, didn't notice how they scryed. But I don't really care enough to block like this. I don't believe them that they're attacking with no tricks. Even though it really looked that way. I don't know, it just is bizarre. Swing with this as a 4-3, I guess? What am I playing? Do I want to destroy lands yet? I don't think I do. So I guess I have Furious Bellow. Maybe I shouldn't have played the tap land. No. I could have maybe just swung with everything and used Furious Bellow, honestly. But this is still pretty cool. I can't believe I'm letting them keep hitting me with this, but I guess that's what I'm doing. Let's block like this. I'd rather kill their 1/4 with this first strike 3/3 3+3/0, but I want to make sure that after they're done pumping their thing, I can still kill it. So let's just see what happens here. Nothing. This whole time I really could have just killed it. They have some like extra leftover damage thing? I see. That's pretty bad. I could flash this out, and then this would be big enough to live. But that seems bad. So they had a trick, but it wasn't an instant. I see. Yeah, +2/+1 sadly is not big enough. Okay. This one? No, this one. Oh, this is so bad. And I guess I'm not kicking this either. I might as well just play it. So that whole time they're trying to bait me into blocking with my 1/3 so that they could get this to go off, and I just made it worse by waiting. This is what I get for thinking I can understand Arena Tells. What is this, by the way? As card name enters the battlefield, look at opponent's hand, then choose a card name. Griffin Protector. Oh, I should have made it not resolve and just flashed this in, right? Wait, I don't have... Oh, it's over here, I see. So this is a 3/3... So if I ever destroyed this, I would get my Griffin Protector back. But I also don't care, because I can just play it next turn. I guess I'll kill their 4/4 before they can untap. So I let them gain all this life and do all this scrying, trying to like figure out what trick they had, and it turned out it was like I still didn't figure out the trick. I should have just made them spend it, I guess. Or never let them spend it. That's bad. Well... Oh, it actually goes onto the battlefield? And they kicked it, right? So they gained life? Wow. That's really good. For them, not for me. For me, it is bad. Very highly bad. So that's why we like wanted to put this in the deck, by the way. Like, look how devastating it was. I have another Griffin Protector. Very funny. Not bad. I think I kind of have to keep it. It's pretty good, actually. Gonna sack the Gibbering Barricade itself? Yeah, okay. God, there's so much graveyard recursion. I don't even get to decide what it is. What's their domain right now? 4. So they get to bring a 4-drop back. Well, it's going to be the Barricade, right? The problem is, I kind of needed to keep mana open in case they attacked, and then when they didn't, I didn't end up getting to play the Griffin Protector. Oh, they haven't... They still can choose to attack. I wonder why they have. I guess this is some trick that kills me somehow? Yeah, that works. I guess I'm dead, right? Top decking this guaranteed that I die, so I maybe shouldn't have done it. Because now I can't draw an out, whatever an out might look like. I don't know, we'll attack. Maybe that's one of my dailies. Just a disgusting, like, I don't know. It feels like I fell into some very simple trap that a better player with more experience in the format would have known was coming. Like, I just saw, like, they keep making a bad attack, and eventually I believed them that it was bad, even though I was like, they can't be making an attack this bad for no reason. I saw they didn't have any instants, and I was like, okay, I guess they're just bad. But that was incorrect and not a good conclusion to draw. This is highly sketchy on the play, right? I need to draw land, like, on turn 2 or 3, and then ideally also on turn 4. If I hit a mountain, the goblin, like, solves all my problems. But who's to say that happens? I don't know, this has a 2-drop, I'm keeping it. Definitely agree to keep. Could be punished. Punish incoming? We get the scry. Hopefully, anyway. Oh my god, I'm a genius. I don't want to attack until I've already activated this. Because I want the scry to be after I shuffle my deck and not before. Planes, please. Not another planes, please. 4 mana is enough. I mean, 5 would be nice with this card, actually. What am I doing next turn? I'm playing the Griffin, right? After that, I wouldn't mind playing these. Yeah, give me that planes back, actually. That's not bad. Did they kick? They didn't, right? Yeah. So I could play both of these, I guess, instead of playing the Griffin Protector. But that's not what I want to do, because the Griffin Protector loves it when you play more creatures. And they just put one back in my hand that I can use. Ooh, very good. It's not an artifact, right? Yeah. I guess I could swing with all and have charge, but I'd rather just like play some more creatures, right? Whoa! Oh, right. You get to put a land. Really? You must really have something good for like 7 mana. One top... Wait a minute. What does this do again? Look at the top X, which is your domain. And I guess for them that was 4. Green, blue, white, black. Put 1 on top, and you didn't get to draw because you don't have 5 things yet. Right. 4 mana to activate this, so they can't do it yet. I don't have any black, so I can't kick this even if I wanted to. I don't think I would want to. How important is it to keep this open? Pretty important, right? Because it lets me swing with everything. No thanks. I mean, this is 13. You have to block. And that's a block where charge kills you, right? Like by a lot. Counter would be amazing. Negate? Nope. Okay, that'll be game over then. Oh, they're at 1. Nice. Oh no. I think it was right to try for lethal there. I only have 1 red mana, huh? Pretty sure I want to use it on this. Oh, hang on. Could use it on this. To blow up a plains and draw, right? Maybe I should have just played 2 creatures. Yeah, that's... It was optimistic to like get another playable card there. I need to just get enough things on board that I can attack and they can't block all of them. And that suddenly just got a lot less likely. They still don't have red, right? Yeah. There's my extra red. No spells and I win, but that's sort of unlikely. Like, extremely unlikely. There's plenty of, like, whoa, okay. They have a plan. They still... Still aren't drawing a card off of this, so they must have really wanted the scry, or just felt like, hey, they can play 2 creatures no matter what, right? Or remove something and play a creature, or whatever. But this was their best blocker, right? What the hell? Swing with all? See what happens? Oh, this enlists. I didn't see that. I don't want to right now. But it would have been a way to try to get past this. Okay. Let's see you use 2 instants to like bounce 2 of my creatures, then block here, trading, and chump this. I don't know, chump this probably. No, I don't know what you would jump. Okay, some life gain. Still have to chump though. I mean, having this to bluff is not that useful, but it is a little bit useful. And, like, playing it would help me start drawing cards with... No, the goblin is gone, so... I don't remember how they killed it. It must have been this spell. Extinguish the light, yeah. Ugh! I had him at 1, and I'm gonna like not quite get there. This is doing a good job of scrying for them. They're like definitely hitting more gas than I am. But I just need like a captain's call or something. This is not good enough. Well, I mean... I could swing with the 2-2 as a 4-2. Give it lifelink and indestructible, and then this thing's going to start making... Yeah, I definitely... This is a great draw. I must attack. Oh, they're actually going to let me kill something. I'm not sure what they were scared about that the double block made sense. If I had like a +3/+0 in first strike, I guess. Something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Reasonable block, just didn't work out. But getting a 1/1 every turn is like all I ever wanted in this game. Right? It helps me keep up... Oh, is this lethal? Yes. What are the chances that they survive this, though? Should I somehow play slower? I could. Right? I could blow up like this. And just keep making 1/1s. But I don't think they're going to have like much flash creatures or flash life gain. Or really like instant speed removal in these colors. Maybe in white. Like artillery blast or something. Yeah, artillery blast. I mean, they don't seem to be that. Yeah, they're a domain deck. They have a little white. They could run that. So if I kill a 4/6 and swing with everything, they kill my 3. Suppose they have a way to kill one creature, right? They leave me with just a 1/1 on board, and I'm totally toast. Whereas if I just kill their Scry engine and keep making 1/1s, like, how do I lose? I mean, there are ways I could lose, but the one card they had was scary enough. I'm like, why don't I just keep drawing gas and making 1/1s and then eventually kill them? If they miasma me, that would be pretty sad, I guess. But I can probably attack like next turn. Yeah, see, they had like, I don't know, a life gain instant speed removal card. I don't know if they had enough mana to play this. I feel like they only had 4, but it might have been 5. Pretty cool card. Sadly, not quite cool enough, huh? Because I can't attack with this in order to start triggering the 1/1s. But once this comes down, I could like attack as a 6/4 Vigilant and tap this down, which I guess would be okay. If I attack with this, I'm basically trading it. I'm turning it into a 1/1, which seems awful. Oof. That's really bad to give them chump blockers. Oh, hang on. Oh, right, this doesn't have enlist, so I can't. It just has vigilance. Yeah, so I don't have any attacks. They have 6 blockers. I have 8 attackers, so I can only get in for 2. Okay. Now I could get in for 3, but it would still be devastating. If I can kill off both of their 4/6s, this trades well into a 5/5. I guess I could have waited on this until it's their turn. I can attack with this as a 5/3, and that just sucks. Yeah, it would be interesting to rewind the tape and see. Could they have played Extinguish the Light at the time I was considering going in for lethal? Was it going to work or not? Oh, a flyer! I love you so much. I mean, who knows if it's going to work. Like, if they have a removal spell, this would be the thing to use it on, I guess. Prayer of Binding's pretty good. Still doesn't make sense to enlist with this. I don't need to play this now. Uh-huh. See, so they have something here. Not much I can do about it. I could exile my own thing so that it could, like, come back if I destroyed Prayer of Binding, but that's never gonna happen. Or if I just... yeah, right. If I put out my own Prayer of Binding to exile my thing instead of letting theirs do it, it would be rescuable. But only if I destroyed my own enchantment, which is, like... I only have one card that does that, and it's gone, and I wouldn't want to use it anyway. So I think we just wait on this. And get rid of the other 4/6. Oh, yes! Die in a fire, you filthy control player. Oh, I love it. Actually, you know what? I should have played this before I attacked, so I could see if they were going to counter it and then choose not to attack. Because it's not like this surprising them matters. I apologize for any of my filth-based allegations. Very rude. You shouldn't be rude to control players. They're doing their best, man. I kid. You guys know I'd rather play control. But, you know, when you're playing red-white, you gotta get into that red-white mindset, right? Boros... There's gotta be... If I search on the internet for Boros Moron, there's gonna be hits, right? Boros Moron, like... No! Am I the first person to ever coin this? No one's ever said this on the whole internet. Wow! That's pretty cool, I guess. Right? I mean, there's a couple hits, but they're like typos. Oh, no, there's one person on Magic the Gathering... The meme subreddit on Reddit has said Boros Moron once. Okay, I gotta go read this post. This is great. I have a 2-drop and some 3s, and it's a choice 2-drop as well. Talking about Guilds of Ravnica. We're getting a cycle of uncommons with a restricted mana cost. 2 of one color and 2 of another color. He did a little... Okay, let me just search for Boros Moron. It's not there. It was in the Google preview. How do I look at the cached version or something? Huh. So if I search the actual page, it's just not there. In blue. Okay. Oh, you know what? I bet it's like I have to expand one of the comments. Is there an expand all button or something? Yes. Worth noting, these cards are only choices you should choose if you're in guilds, and not things you should pick up in 3+ color nonsense. And then a reply to that mentions Boros Morons, which we'll get to in a minute. I mean, these both want to be kicked for a lot, right? I guess I'm just going to play this and swing with it. And save this as the thing I try to kick. Okay. Cool beans. Glad that you scattered something I didn't kick. I knew they could have it with 2 blue mana. Anyway. Except, of course, people are going to ignore this, and it's going to be so annoying when you are solidly in Izzet and some Boros Moron to your right first picks Crackling Drake in pack 3. Okay, he's just mad about someone... nearby drafting badly, I guess. So I could play 2 of these guys. Okay, what is this? This is an enlist. 2/2. All right, so I just swing here, right? Who cares about your garbage? Take damage, you blue-white jerk. Great. I guess I played this because why? I can't draw a land and a 3-mana spell next turn, but I could draw a land. And then I might want to play a 3 and a 2 is why I should play this, I think. Except 1/1s kind of suck right now, whereas like a 1/3 and a 2/2 are pretty cool. And I really look forward to like being able to kick this for 6 if I hit land. You know, play this, swing with like 6 things, and then use this to blow up a creature. Or do 6 face? Who knows? Okay, cool. Cool. What are you? You're a sprouting goblin that I can't kick. Alright, so swing with this again. If they double block like this, I could pump to make it... Yeah, since it has first strike, it would actually just kill one of them and not get killed, so that seems good. Do I attack with this as a 3/3? I guess so. Right? If it trades for their flyer, that's fine. If I get in 5, that's also very fine. If it trades for those two, great. That's a bad block. Wow, have you seen this set? Maybe they have some 1-mana trick, actually. I should look up what the set... Yeah, I knew there was something like this. Okay, so +1/+1 and hexproof. But that's not enough? That doesn't work? I'll just do this again? What? Okay, you had me nervous there. I should have looked up the blue. I knew there was a blue 1-mana like combat trick, and I couldn't remember what the details were. I'm glad it was +1/+1. But you shouldn't accuse your opponent of making a bad block if you don't know like what they might have. You are making a bad allegation in that case. I mean, you just play this, I guess, right? Is there some reason to enlist instead? No, that would be bad. It's looking like kicking this is just never going to happen, but that's great because it means I'm drawing lands, right? I'm happy. So I'm drawing non-lands. Okay, so you stunned my 2/2. This is ward 2? Well, I can get through that. I think that's better than playing out this junk, right? Anyway, I'm going to start naming all my red-white decks Boros Moron. Return my 2/2? Yeah. Seems right. More impulse. Okay, order was wrong there. Should have impulsed first, of course. Not a bad card either. Alright. How are you going to block? The 2/2 presumably, and then I'm going to take up the shield. I could get in for like 4 damage instead of 3, but that's obviously stupid, so let's not. Had enough. Very good. You know what? Let's rename it right now, so I don't forget. I can name this deck. I never name draft decks, but this one deserves a name. Boros Moron. It's Tribal Moron. Okay. Oh, I guess we could cut through this, couldn't we? Look at that. Through the magic of editing, I saved you almost 45 seconds out of your day. Hope you appreciate it. This is a great hand. I have my amazing 2-drop. I have a great 3-drop. I have all my colors. I have some lovely stuff to play on 4 if I ever get there. Tapped Demir. Why do I keep drawing this on turn 2? It's cruel is what it is. Alright, might as well tell him. I'm red-white, like, prepare your butthole. We're going in. What is wrong with me? Why would I say that? Okay, pretty cool. For you, obviously. Yeah, there is something I want to do for 3, so... I guess I could tap this, or play this as a tap land, but like why? Then all I could do on this turn is this, and then I don't need the green mana anymore. So, I mean, the reason I guess would be that on turn 4 I could play something that costs 4, like a Griffin Protector. Yeah, I mean, kicking this is... Oh wait, I can just kick it now, right? That seems good. Another planes, please? I got confused about, like, I don't know, how this card works, I guess, or what green mana is. I'm not sure what I was confused about. So, red, black, blue. What the hell are those colors called? Grixis, I think? Oh, we're not going to want this to do anything, thank you very much. I don't really need to read this text. I just want it to go away. Yeah, there's not really anything else we could do here. That one, please. It would have been illegal to target my opponent. You can choose to target nothing. Up to 1, but it has to be permanent and opponent controls. This is finally the turn to play the tap land. Well, I guess if I wanted to pay red mana for this, and also spend 4 mana on Heroic Charge, but there's just no way that would ever happen, so... Oh, or 4 mana on this. Okay, so I should... But I don't want to, right? I just want to, like... play the Protector and pass? Yep, I think that's what I want to do. Next turn we can actually kick this bad boy. And kill a 2/2. No! How dare you! Scry for non-lands. Great. Incredible. Amazing. I mean, the attack... I don't want to make the attack. I kind of want to play this, but I don't want to play the Skyrider at the same time, right? Like, next turn, what am I doing? I'm playing the strike team, right? And kicking it? I'm trying to figure out if I should use this to blow up a land, basically. Because I don't want to attack with it, because I want it to fuel the Skyrider. I guess I'll just play this out. And I can always do this later, right? This isn't a sorcery speed thing? Okay. Good card. So next turn I could have 7 mana. That doesn't do anything special. Or I could blow up a land to get to 6. Like this forest, right? I don't need another green ever. I think I want to draw. Yeah, let's do that. Six mana is enough for me. Okay, turns out something I could do with 7 mana, but only because I drew through this card. I wouldn't have this otherwise, right? I guess swing with all? I threaten a lot of different stuff? No, that seems bad. Kick this for 5? And swing with just a 3/1? Swing with nothing? I guess. Because next turn, the attacks are a lot better when I have the mana to pay for stuff like this. And I don't want to blow up a land here, because I do want 6 land. For the Skyrider. Don't look at my shit. Okay, what is this? They didn't kick it. They're just killing my 3/2. Okay. They didn't kick this either. It's just a 1/1. Because they haven't drawn their green, I guess. You wouldn't put this in the deck if you didn't have green, I don't think. Not this deck. So... How do we attack here? I guess we click attack all and we play the charge, right? The Griffin, like, I don't know. Depending on how they block, they might let me get away with this. But charge is going to be the better card most of the time. So this is chumping. These guys are getting in. Pumping doesn't really do anything. It's the Skyrider, right? Which could let me, like, kill the Blight Pile. Okay, go ahead. Let's see what your trick is. Oh, somehow I didn't know this had text on it? Okay. Well, okay, I feel a little stupid about that. If I gave everything +2/+1 and trample, this would still die. This would still die. I would just get in, instead of getting in 2, I would get in 6, 9, 12? I think I'd rather play the Griffin. Oh, so good! I even have enough white that I can still charge after that. Which I absolutely will do. Probably. Depends how they block, of course. If they don't block at all, I'm gonna, like, let it go. Probably. No trample, but this is still 6 damage plus killing a blight pile. Got another one. I'm just still shocked that there's only one hit on the whole internet for Boros Moron. Like there's like 4, but as I said, they're all typos except for one of them. And that's with quotes around the phrase, right? If you don't put quotes, there's many hits, I'm sure. Right? Yes. 300,000 hits. And they're all mostly typos. At least on the front page. Can we... Hello? This happens sometimes, and we usually end up getting cards, right? Yeah. Okay, so it's not totally broken. Fine. Not thrilled about this keep, but on the draw, it's fine, I guess. Just need a plains or a land sort of soonish. Doesn't have to be right away. I have 3 draws at it, which is pretty likely. Green, black. Nope. Do I want a 1/3? That's useless. Do I want a 2/1? Also pretty useless. Is there any way this could get tapped? I mean, yeah, I could play something else with Enlist, I guess. So really, I got 4 draws at it, because I get to scry once. Okay, and we hit. It's not red, but I can still do stuff. For example, I could use this to get... I don't want red anyway, right? So what am I even worried about? A 2/2 flyer? Oh, they're this whole defender deck, huh? I think I want this. We're never kicking it. And this thing, it would be good, but it wouldn't be an efficient way to spend my mana. I hope to draw something a little bit better. Right, because if I could swing with this as a 3/3, that would be fine. Destroy evil on the barricade while they can't use it? Because if I wait, they'll be able to use the swamp to, like, use the barricade to blow itself up and draw a card. On the other hand, if I play this, then I can get down a 4/4 next turn, even if I don't hit a land. Which would be pretty cool. This isn't doing that much to me. I'll have other chances. Now, I guess if I attack with this as a 3/3 and they double block here, it looks like I'm just trading for the 2/2. But since I have Destroy Evil, I could actually kill the 2/2 and not die. This assumes they tap out because, or at least spend enough mana that they can't activate this. Okay. That's fine, I think. The soldier tokens are a little annoying, but I can still attack with this 3/3. Although, remember, it was sort of important to still have them all so I can play this, right? Maybe the Destroy Evil trick can wait. The point is, like, I want to be able to attack so I can use this to scry and gain. But I need to do that at a time when I have mana available. Otherwise, it's kind of a stupid attack. It just trades for a 1/1. Yikes! Okay, maybe that's a better Destroy Evil target then. I mean, I guess I also have Prayer of Binding. Maybe it's better to use that, actually, so they can't get this back from their graveyard, which green-black is going to be doing, right? So, if I enlist this as a 5/3, they can trade it for just these two. Whereas if I swing with a 4/4, they don't have any very good blocks, right? They can trade for one of these two cards, but I don't think they want to do that. Yeah, I'll wait. I have charge and stuff. There goes my flyer. It's not too bad, probably. Opponent has a lot of land from that Scout the Wilderness. Surprise! I'm a red deck. Yeah, we play this. Oh, that makes this have the possibility of trample as well. Although more important is that I can Destroy Evil and charge, or this and charge, or something. So, how do we attack? The 4/4 and enlist the 2/1? Because, like, giving it heroic charge, it gets to attack as like a 4/2, which is pretty good. It gets tapped anyway. Yeah, I guess that's what we should do. Swing all. What are you gonna do about it, buddy? I'm like screaming I have heroic charge, but we'll see what they want to do about it. Okay. I don't have to use it now. But it would be getting in a lot of damage, right? 2, 7... like 10 damage or something? Hit me. If they counter this, it's pretty sad, but what are the odds, right? I should, by the way, I should get into the habit of thinking about counters before my spell is on the stack. Usually what I do is I like cast the spell and then I say, what would happen if they counter this? It's not the right order to think about things. Or to do things, right? You should think and then do, not do and then think. But, okay, great. Gonna bounce something or something? Okay, it's 11 damage. I thought it was 10. Oh! I guess that's fine. They're losing a life because this thing isn't blocking anymore, but they're gaining a life because of this. Yes, that's true. good card. Oh no! The birds! This is actually very bad. I don't have like any direct damage that I can recall. Yep, tap like that, please. Mountain. I guess I may as well destroy you pre-combat, right? There's not much point waiting on that. Oh, I could destroy my enchantment, no thanks. None of these are enchantments, right? Yeah. A 3/3 should be fine to attack with. I think this is worth saving my... Oh. If you're going to do it like that... Would I rather save my 4/4 or my, like, 1/3 that can sometimes become a 3/3? I guess I should save... I mean, this is better in some ways because it can activate my Scry. But only, like, probably once, right? I'd rather keep my 4/4 around. They still have a lot of creatures, and the potential to get a lot more. And all I really have is this 4/4. But they have, like, 3 total power on board, but 4 cards, so I don't know. I could be in some trouble. It looks like I'm in some trouble. But, you know, top decks can happen. We've been scrying well. How much is on the bottom? Just 2 lands? Just 2 lands. This fucking black-green shit. Oh. They're just putting back all the stuff I put all this effort into killing. And they're like, no, I'll just put it back if that's okay. Well, this is a good card. Oh, I should have done this first. They have the mana for it, too. Okay, that's a card. Right? This thing's huge this turn. Problem is, they only have to block with 1 bird. And then they can just sack the bird to draw a card. So, there are problems. I should have drawn first. Again. I keep forgetting I have that option. Probably should have destroyed the grotto, actually. Yeah, what am I thinking? I mean, I probably have enough colored mana for everything I want to do, but I definitely don't need the fixing. And then most of the birds, or possibly all of them, should swing in, I think. I don't know. I guess I might have, like, stall for time or something. Oh. No, stop, stop, please. How much mana do they have now? 8? So they could even activate the sacrifice outlet twice. So I don't really have any attacks, right? Yeah. Activate only as a sorcery, so they can't do this in, like, after I draw something with this, if I choose to do that. They have 11 mana, so they can give all their creatures +2/+2. Which, like, might just be lethal? I have 9 blockers. They have more attackers than... Oh, no, most of their stuff has defender. But, like, they have a lot of flyers. Okay. That's something, I guess. Right? Maybe? Problem is, it's not really. Yeah, they have 11 blockers. And as I counted, I have 9 attackers. So even if this gets me up to 12 attackers, which it would, I could only get in for, like, 1. And then they would just, like, gain like 3 life and slaughter my whole board, I think. So I think I have to kick this but not attack yet. I do get to swing with this, I think. I'm not sure, though. They might have lethal in the air next turn. Right? They have 11 mana, so they get to give everything +2/+2 if they want. It means the flyers attack for 12. But they can also activate this. Where is it? Here, on my turn, to get in for a little more damage. So in fact, I can't actually attack with the bird. I'll die. Which means, by the way, that if they try to swing with all the birds this turn... Oh, they kill me anyway. I see. Because they can tap the bird down. I forgot that was there. My hand is empty. You can click the X4, by the way. It moves them all at once. All right. No blocks. Pass to damage. You're not actually going to kill me? Oh, that kills me. I see. So that's the defender deck that I was kind of hoping for when I grabbed Miasma, followed by... What is this card called? Chaplain. Something Chaplain, right? Wing Mantle Chaplain. Up against Malavran? This is fine. I don't have red, but I have 2 mana and, like, I don't know, some creatures. Hope for the best. It's definitely not a good draw. I drew both of my green sources. Kind of not what I was looking for. A single mountain fixes all problems. Or... no, I don't have the thing that draws extra lands, so I would still want to draw some more lands after that. Right, don't look at his face. Alright, easy mode. I mean, we're still not home free or anything, but that was a good draw. Not the best, obviously. Mountain was better. Fine. I'm happy to draw a mountain. I don't really want any other land, just a mountain. So a little picky there. Hey, knock it off. Let's see if we can repay the favor with this thing on their turn. It's a Boros mirror. Except I don't have my red. Sure. Okay, so my 2-drop traded for their 2-drop. It just, like, was in a kind of funny way, where I traded my 2-drop for half of their 2-drop, and then this 3-drop ate the other half for free. So, I'll take it. Really could use a mountain. I won't ask for 2, that's fine. If you gave me 2, I would also accept it, but I'd rather not. I really just want 1, and then this guy can go dig up another. Even a grotto also would be fine. Although worse than a mountain, clearly. Also, like a banger 4-drop might be good, like a Griffin Protector or something. I would accept that. But if you give me another Plains, I might have to uninstall. They don't have the black for this. I'm not blocking. These 1/1s are more valuable. I don't think you should attack. Maybe they have some trick. Okay. Well, nothing in my hand is playable. It's not a good place to be. I kept a risky hand and it like paid off, but it's still bad, so it didn't pay off enough. Should have been more specific in demanding mountains, but you know, you gotta be you gotta be considerate. What the hell? Oh, this has enlist. That's why they wanted to attack. Okay, well, I'm not going to take 5. We'll see what they have for this. Am I? Maybe I am going to take 5. That's fine. This is like the perfect answer to the big enlister, as it turns out. I love to see no attacks. Oh, wow. I guess that almost doesn't do anything, huh? So these guys are still gonna die. It just lets one of them trade up into a 2/2, I guess. And get in some more damage. Yeah, let's just swing and see what happens. It's out aggro the Boros Moron opposite. So we're getting in for what? 6? I'd like to get in for 8 more, please. Alright, we out Boros the Boros. Without having any red. And having 3 dead red cards in hand. Plus, a dead removal spell I couldn't play. Unbelievable. Heroic Charge really is quite good. Things that are also good include having 4 mana. That was lucky, sort of. Even though I didn't get the red I wanted, 4 mana was... If I only had 3 mana there, I was getting absolutely stomped that game. Right, the Captain's Call for the 3/1/1s and the Heroic Charge together did like 9 damage, and we only killed them by 3. We would have been getting absolutely rolled over if we hadn't had those 1/1s to block with and threatened to block with. I've been playing for 2 hours? I guess the draft took a while. E-dubs, don't know this person. Like most people on this site, I do not know those persons. This is alright. I'd rather have another land, but take what you can get. It's got a 2-drop, and then some tricks. And hopefully, if I ever hit a 3rd mana, I can play this 3-drop. Opponent mulligans. You can't tell whether they're thinking about whether to keep or which card to put back. But it's nice that they have a tough decision, I guess. They kept 6. These are the same card, aren't they? No. This is a Faith Bonder. Let's run out the 3/1 first, in case they don't have a 2-drop. I'd like to get in the 3 damage instead of 1, I guess. Oh, what a nice draw. When it enlists Scry 2, discard it to give it indestructible till end of turn and tap it. Wow, so that's a little difficult to deal with. I think actually a 1/3 enlist creature is more useful than this 3/1 haster against this, right? Like, you don't want to let them get value by discarding cards from their hand. Like, just attack into this, and they're like, great. They traded a card in their hand for something on the board that I already spent tempo on, right? I think they would be happy to do that, even if they had to start discarding some pretty decent cards. Whereas this can just kind of attack as a 3/3, a 4/3, and they don't have any good blocks for it. Same colors, nice. I wish I had this card. This card seems great. 2/1, I also don't mind that. Although they would love it. They enlist to attack? Pretty cool, right? I'm happy to have another land, I believe. Let's see what I get by attacking with a 4/3 first. If they try double blocking and then giving this indestructible, I can take up the shield, it's fine. Alright, we get in for 4. Cool. that's the wrong card. I thought that was the captain's call. But I'll blow this up, I guess. Okay, I mean, very questionable timing on playing that card, and I didn't mean to play it, but it wasn't a disaster. That card was a big threat, and now it's in the garbage, so that's cool. What is this? I'm not going for it. Maybe they have that bellow card or whatever. I mean, kicking this seems pretty cool, doesn't it? I think it does. Alright, 9 damage. Or no. We got them down to 9. How much did we hit for? 3, 4, 5, 8. Still, pretty happy with that. They have some combat trick, but it costs more than 3, because otherwise they would have played it when I was attacking them, right? Alright, I mean, let's see what you got. I don't mind losing this 1/1. Whereas I do mind losing this 1/3, so... Yeah, I guess they weren't expecting this block. They thought I would try the brain dead play of blocking here. And now they're deciding if it's worth spending their card to keep it a 2/1 alive. Whereas when it was keeping a 2/1 alive and killing a 1/3 with Vigilance and Enlist, it looked a lot better, I guess. Okay, cool. Thanks. If they play anything big, I have Destroy Evil. I'm itching to play that card. It's big, it's dead, it's Destroy Evil. So we're getting in for 5. Is it worth Take Up the Shield to keep a 3/1, turn a 3/1 into a 4/1? It creates a 4/2, right? Because otherwise this card's dying. And it gains 4 life. Yes, that's obviously worth it. I could instead add 1 damage, do 6 instead of 5, or 7 instead of 6, but I don't want to do that. I want a 4/2. Now, maybe I could enlist this instead of attacking with it, depending on what happens. Whoa, this is so suspicious. No plays? How do I get punished by a big attack? I don't think I do. I guess just swing all, see what happens? No need for any weird enlist stuff? Actually, you know what? I should have enlisted... I should have... Well, I guess not. I guess actually against Lightning Strike, the play I was about to suggest fails. But I was thinking, what if they had artillery... whatever. Artillery Blast? Something like that. That does damage to a tapped creature equal to the number of creatures you control plus 2. Or no, your domain plus 1, which would have been 4. So I was thinking, hey, let's, instead of attacking with the 4X itself, let's put all of its power on this thing, so that if they want to stop the damage from getting in, they have to kill like a tiny 1X creature, and I still have the 4-2 on board. But it turns out, with Lightning Strike, they could have just killed this, and I'd only be getting in for 4 instead of 5. So they would have at least another turn if I had tried that line. I wonder what their plan was when they attacked with the 2-1, and I ended up blocking with my 1-1. They thought for a long time, and like then just traded. And I don't think they ever played a card that they would have wanted to play if I had blocked differently, or that would have been reasonable to play there. So I think whatever trick they had, they went to bed with it, right? They took it to the grave. Is go to bed with it like, is it recognizable jargon or slang to the rest of the universe? I know it's like old-timey bridge slang. Right, if you watch the channel, you may know that this is fine. I have some 2-drops and some removal. That I play bridge, and I mean, people don't say it very often, and not anymore. But I know there are old books you can get that talk about, you know, to go to bed with a card is to finish the game without it having been useful at all. Basically. I'm going to play this one first. It's unlikely to be able to attack, but I want it to... I don't want this to get removed. I don't know. I guess if they're going to remove something, they probably aren't going to point it at this anyway. So I might as well just run this out and see what they're going to do. Right, and so there are some like kind of joke stories about going to bed with the Ace of Trumps. The one card that is always guaranteed to take a trick. And so you can't really go to bed with it unless some rules infraction has occurred, because it's always going to do something. This is fine. Yeah, it's a 2-mana card. I'm not picky. And then if I need to, I can play this for 4 mana next turn. Looks like I won't have to, though. Opponent's stuck on 2 mana and no plays. I don't think I want a mountain, right? I have all the mana I need to play everything in hand. Let's just look for more gas. Yep, that's the tap. Blue, black, and white. What the hell is this card? 1 mana, destroy a tapped creature. Wow, that's pretty good. I guess I could enlist. I don't see any reason to, right? See, aren't we glad we drew this instead of drawing a mountain? What a world to have a play this turn, huh? I'm not thrilled to Prayer of Binding that, but I might do it just to like keep getting damage in and tempo. Oh, well, okay. Now I don't really have to. I can just swing all and nope, not all. Because now I can enlist this and still get its damage in. And I don't have to risk losing it if they block. And if they don't block, like, isn't this lethal? It's worth a try. They only have 1 black mana. What are they going to do, right? Got him. And that's 7, right? 7-2? We did it? The dream? I think I was at 6 last game. that's... Boros Moron obviously has to be in the video title. I'm not sure it's going to be like Boros Moron Living the Dream or something like that. Do we want to spoil that it went well? We'll see. Cool, cool, cool. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.